All right. So we're going to be understanding the measure of angles. The measure of angles. The first thing we want to talk about is angles. If I had an angle here, I'm just going to draw. There we go. Here's an angle. I'm just going to. This is a ray going this way, and maybe a ray going that way. And I'm going to name this vertex here. This vertex here is point A. Name it by that point. And here I'm going to put another point. Just to be able to name this, I'm going to name this point capital C. And I'm going to name this point capital B. And if we were to talk about this angle, we would understand that, first of all, by definition, an angle consists of two different rays. So we have this ray, ray AC, and this ray, ray AB, with different common endpoints. So here's an endpoint. The rays are the sides of the angle, right? The common endpoint of these two rays is this vertex called vertex A. Let's see, what else can we talk about? Ways to name the angle. If I wanted to name this angle, I can refer to this angle in many different ways. Let's see, I'm going to put here, sometimes we just put the number 1. Put the number 1 here. So I can call this by the vertex's name. I can call this whole angle, angle A, because I can name it by the vertex, and inadvertently I'll use this symbol for angle. So you don't think it's the letter C or the letter L. And I can also call it by, sometimes we give it a number, we'll call it angle 1. And then I can call it by the 3 points that make the angle. I can call it angle BAC. I can also call it angle CAB, call it by the points. And one of the helpful hints in this case is that the vertex is in the middle. We always want the vertex in the middle. Let's do some examples of naming angles. Okay, so let's say I had to identify the angles here. How many different angles do you see? How many different angles do you see? So let's see. I can actually color them so you can see the angles I'm seeing. I see the angle made here. And I'll get a different color here. I see the angle that is made here. This is a second angle. Right? That's our second angle. And the third angle that I see is actually the really big obtuse angle here. So I have the orange angle, the angle that is the pink angle, and the really big blue angle, which is both angles added up together. How can I name them? How can I name them, right? I can say, well, here I see angle number 1, and I have angle number 2. That's a different angle. That's the pink one. And the other angle, it doesn't have a number, so I'm going to name it by the points, right? So I'm going to say angle, and then I'm going to write MPQ. MPQ. And those are the 3 angles that we see in this picture. Now, let's take a look at angle 1. let's just focus on angle 1. What is another way? What is another way to write angle 1? And I will be talking about the same angle. You know, sometimes it's like, well, what angle is that? Angle 1. I don't see it. And you're like, yeah, look harder, right? Well, the two ways you can write angle 1 is by writing the 3 points that make that angle with the vertex in the center. So angle 1 is the same as angle NPM. So if you follow your eyes, you follow angle NPM, you're going to see that I'm talking about the orange angle. Another way I can write angle 1 is to just do it the other way around. Angle MPN. And again, you're going to know if you followed what I'm saying, angle angle MPN, that I am talking about or referencing the orange angle.